Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of the legalization of weed?
So I think it should be legal.
It should be legal.
Yeah, as any drugs.
As any
Actually,
drug.
yeah.
You think every drug should be legal?
Well, I'm not sure about. So at least I think people shouldn't be punished for using drugs.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know about like Portugal. Like in Portugal, I think in like
I know. Since 2006, everything is legal to have in your house. But
exactly.
Not legal to sell, I believe.
Yeah, like what I know is that the money they first spend on trying to punish people who do drugs or like these kinds of things, they spend that money on like teaching people about drugs.
Really?
And like harm reduction, yeah.
They actually teach people about.
Or like the money they used to spend on like prohibiting drugs. They changed that to like spending it on like harm reduction. And you said 2006. I thought it was even a little longer, but it doesn't really matter. But I think like since they introduced this thing, like the amount of heroin addicts has been reduced by like 50%.
Yeah, I've heard something like that as well. I think what is it? Talk about that or something.
Yeah, I've got, like you don't really know if there's like you can't say for sure if there's a causal link between this and the reduction, like the reducing heroin addicts, right?
Yeah.
Like probably there's a causal link, but like who knows?
I would say that there's probably a link. I would say that there like. What I kind of feel like personally is that I think that most drugs should be legal, and the main reason for that is because alcohol is legal.
Yeah, I agree.
That's really you get
yeah, or they all shouldn't be legal, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like but because the main thing is that if you make alcohol legal, and I get it that it's legal. It's a thing we've been doing for so long. It's impossible to make it illegal basically because nobody like I feel like people on average aren't rational enough to understand why it should be illegal. So I feel like it's going to be legal, but therefore you kind of have a gateway drug.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely, yeah.
And that I feel like that is really the main reason that any drug kind of should be legal, especially things like weed.
Yeah, definitely.
I think weed is one of them that is really like.
Well, at least you should. I think everything that's like equally harmful or less harmful than alcohol should be legal too, right? If alcohol is legal, then the same would go for any substance that's as harmful.
On the one side, I feel like that's a good argument, and on the other side, I feel like just because something is bad that is legal, isn't really a good reasoning to then make everything else legal as well.
No.
But on the one hand, and on the other hand, the thing is, in some researches, alcohol is way worse than most of the things that are illegal. Yeah. So then it just becomes one of those things that you're just like, I don't know, like. Should we use it as a benchmark? Like I don't know if that's a good idea to use it as a benchmark of like if that's legal, everything.
Cocaine should be legal too, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, like let's make cocaine shops, where you can get it.
So first of all, I think that like you shouldn't just make things legal, right? You shouldn't be like, hey, cocaine, let's just sell it and make advertisements for it on TV, right? I don't think that's the way to go. No, but I think that like
I feel like that's an American approach.
Yeah. Definitely. But I do think the way we're looking at it now is like, especially the older generations, right? Like if you'd ask an average 50-year-old woman what she thinks of cocaine, she'd say like it's the devil, right? Like don't ever touch it, which I don't think is the way to, like, people still do it, and I think we should just teach people about I don't know, the consequences of taking these kinds of substances, but I do think they can be used very responsibly. I think another like maybe an even more interesting thing to talk about is why would you use any of these substances? Why would you drink, right? Does it improve the overall quality of life? I don't think so.
Okay.
Right? I think so. There's people who drink like casually, right, just once in a while, and that's fine. But I think the main reason why people enjoy drinking is because you forget about all your problems, right?
Yeah,
you forget about.
I think I really agree with that. For sure.
You forget about the things that are actually important in your life, and it feels nice.